What if I told you that the financial revolution we've been anticipating for years is no longer a matter of if but when, and that when could literally be tomorrow? The Central Bank of Iraq has just set in motion a chain of events so powerful, so meticulously planned, that it has the undeniable potential to alter the value of the Iraqi dinar before the next sunrise, and this isn't based on speculation or rumor but on the concrete, analytical dissection of their latest policy shift, which reads less like a banking document and more like a declaration of financial independence for a nation ready to reclaim its rightful place on the global stage. The sheer genius of this new policy lies not in one single, dramatic announcement, but in its multi-layered approach to surgically dismantle every single barrier that has historically held the dinar back from achieving its true, hydrocarbon-backed value, and they are doing this by launching a coordinated attack on three distinct fronts simultaneously, ensuring that the change, when it comes, is not a volatile spike but a stable and permanent recalibration. The first front is the brutal war against the shadow economy and the massive hordes of physical cash that exist outside the formal banking system, and this new policy authorizes a complete and irreversible replacement of the current currency with a new, digitally enhanced series that is virtually impossible to counterfeit and, more importantly, perfectly traceable, forcing every single dinar note in existence, whether in a Baghdad market or a foreign vault, to be brought into a regulated bank. To be swapped, thus pulling the entire money supply into the light and allowing the central bank to know the exact, precise amount of currency in circulation, which is the most fundamental requirement for setting a new, strong, and stable exchange rate. The second front is a direct assault on the problem of international convertibility, and this policy formally integrates Iraq into the international digital trading platforms used by the world's major banks, meaning that the moment the new rate is activated, the IQD will instantly become as tradable as the euro or the British pound, allowing for billions of dollars in institutional investment to flow in and out of the currency without the friction and restrictions that have stifled it for decades, creating a liquid and robust market that can sustain its new value. The third and most critical front is the strategic buildup of foreign currency reserves, and the central bank has been quietly accumulating historic levels of US dollars and gold, creating a war chest so immense that it can easily defend the new dinar valuation against any speculative attacks, sending a clear message to the global markets that this is not a temporary experiment but an unshakable new reality. When you combine these three factors, the total control of the money supply, the seamless gateway to global trade, and the formidable financial fire. Now, let's pull back the curtain on the real-world machinery that will transform this policy from text on a page into life-changing financial reality, because understanding this process is what separates the informed from the speculative, and it's within these operational details that the true confidence for this investment is found. The single most critical mechanism being deployed right now, the linchpin for the entire revaluation event, is the currency swap, a process that is often misunderstood but is, in fact, the most powerful tool a central bank can use to reset its economic clock and solidify a new exchange rate with unshakable authority. Imagine a scenario where the Central Bank of Iraq announces a finite window, perhaps 60 to 90 days, for all citizens and foreign holders to exchange their current Iraqi dinar notes for the new series, and this isn't a simple exchange, it is a structured conversion that will happen at a specific, officially mandated rate, a rate that will be the new, permanent value of the currency. And this is the pivotal moment where the revaluation becomes legally binding and physically enforced. This process does not allow for negotiation or gradual adjustment, it is a hard cutover from the old value to the new one, and the reason this is so effective and so likely to happen overnight is that it forces the entire global market to adhere to a single, non-negotiable standard, effectively erasing the old rate from existence and replacing it with the new one by decree, backed by the full authority of the Iraqi state and its international financial partners. But the true genius of this swap in the context of the new CBI policy is how it handles the vast sums of dinars held outside of Iraq. The policy will likely require that these foreign holdings be exchanged through formal banking channels, meaning that every international investor, every large-scale holder, will have to engage with a bank that is connected to the new digital trading platform, and at the point of that exchange, the conversion will occur at the new, official rate, instantly validating the investment and injecting massive, legitimate foreign capital directly into the Iraqi banking system. This creates a self-reinforcing cycle of strength. The new rate brings in foreign investment, which strengthens the dinar further, which attracts more investment, creating a virtuous circle that pushes the currency's value upward and stabilizes it at a higher plateau than anyone thought possible just months ago. Furthermore, the swap mechanism seamlessly integrates with the other pillars of the policy. The elimination of the shadow economy is achieved because any old notes not presented for exchange within the deadline become worthless pieces of paper, effectively wiping out the black market's capital and transferring all monetary power to the formal, regulated economy. Simultaneously, the strategic buildup of foreign reserves acts as a guarantee for this new value. So, the critical question now shifts from if and how to what does this mean for you, personally, sitting at home watching this screen. This is the moment where global finance intersects with your individual destiny, and the actions you take in the coming days, perhaps even hours, will define your financial trajectory for the rest of your life, because a monetary event of this magnitude is not just about numbers on a chart, it is about the tangible, life-altering opportunities that become accessible when your purchasing power is multiplied overnight, opening doors that were previously locked shut and allowing you to design a future based on freedom and choice rather than constraints and limitations. Imagine the ability to completely erase every single debt you have, mortgages, car loans, student loans, credit cards, in one single, decisive move, liberating yourself from the monthly grind of interest payments and freeing up your income for wealth building and experiences that bring you genuine joy and fulfillment, effectively granting you a fresh financial start where your earnings are entirely your own to command and direct towards your family's dreams. Envision providing a level of education for your children and grandchildren that you previously thought was reserved for the elite, sending them to the best universities in the world without the crushing burden of student debt, thereby investing in their potential and launching them into adulthood with an unparalleled advantage that will pay dividends for generations to come, securing your legacy in the most profound way possible. Consider the power to achieve true geographic freedom, to live anywhere in the world that calls to you, whether that's a quiet beachfront property, a bustling European city, or a serene mountain retreat, because your financial resources will no longer be tied to a single location or a specific job, giving you the ultimate gift of choice over your time and your environment, a level of autonomy that most people only ever dream about. This transformation extends beyond personal comfort into the realm of lasting impact. With this newfound capital, you can become a powerful force for good in your community and in the world, funding charitable causes you are passionate about, supporting local businesses, investing in groundbreaking medical research, or creating scholarships for underprivileged students, thereby channeling this wealth into a positive legacy that outlives you and creates a ripple effect of kindness and opportunity for countless others. This is the real definition of wealth. It's not about the balance in your account, but the breadth of your choices and the depth of your impact, and the impending revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is the key that is poised to unlock that very reality for you and for everyone who had the foresight to position themselves for this historic event. The information has been delivered to you, the mechanism has been explained, and the outcome